Building collapse in the Solo area of Lagos State. Now, correspondent Abibola Baby is live on the ground to give us update on the situation. Now, Bimbo, give us an update on the situation. This building collapsed yesterday, and so what's the update at this point?
Yes, Elama, it's the day after the unfortunate incident, and this is what is left of the three-story building that collapsed on Friday on Shonuga Street in Mushin area of the state. Now we have a combined team of emergency responders from the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, Lagos State Building Control Agency, as well as some other emergency responders who have been working hard to ensure that, of course, more persons are brought out of the rubble. So far, in the information I got from the Permanent Secretary, Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, Femi Okel-Soyintolu, earlier today had it that so far, 3 persons have been brought out alive, while 4 others were, of course, brought out dead. Now, the 3 persons, victims who were brought out alive, have been transferred, referred to the hospital, and are presently receiving treatment. Just on the right-hand side here, we have of course, residents who are, of course, still struggling to come to terms with the unfortunate incidents. The crowd control is being well managed. You can see the area is presently cordoned off. And I was told that it was hard. It was a hard time. Emergency responders had a hard time controlling a crowd, of persons in this area who were trying to catch a glimpse of what was going on. At the moment, as I speak, of course, we do not have so much crowd here this morning, so we can say that the mood this morning is quite different from what we had yesterday. Just on the left-hand side here, we have this adjoining building. That's another 3-story building just beside the one that collapsed yesterday. And as I speak, rescue operations have stopped. And when I asked earlier why that had to happen, I was being informed that the affected building, this particular adjoining building, had to be pulled down. And emergency responders so far have been having a hard time doing that. And that's because we have a mast at the top of the building, which, of course, they have to pull down. That's the mast at the top of the building, which, of course, they are working hard to pull down. Also, just below the building here, we have a diesel tanker that also had to be removed. And, of course, these cables we have in front of this story building, I'm being told earlier that they will have to be removed for them to be able to pull down this building. Now, we do not know yet the number of occupants who were in this collapsed building at the time it happened, but then the information we have is that 7 people were brought out of the rubble. 3 were rescued alive, while 4 have been confirmed dead. Elama.
Well, I can see just after that building that has been demolished, that have been hit, that there's another building that's been tagged remove. So does it mean that there are plans to have a non-destructive test carried out on other buildings within that area?
Yes, Elama, of course, as you know, that whenever incidents like this happen, it will definitely have to involve some other buildings around it. Just like the one I told you earlier, the adjoining building was affected. Of course, they couldn't have left it standing because it poses another threat to people living in this neighborhood. It's a good thing that we do not have persons around this area. Of course, occupants of some other buildings around, within this neighborhood have been asked to move out of the buildings, for their safety. But regarding the building you said, of course, it will have to go down, for, rescue operations, to be properly carried out in this area, Elama. So we are still waiting to see if more persons will be brought out here, either dead or alive. But as it stands, rescue operations had to be paused, for that to happen. And that's because of the difficulty emergency responders are having at the moment regarding the mast and, of course, the cables and, of course, this diesel tank, which, of course, they have to take out of the way for them to be able to pull down the building. I was told earlier that this building will have to be pulled down to ground zero, for residents here to be safe, Elama.
Well, it's quite a sorry situation. A very sad one that people had to die because of some form of negligence or the other. But thank you very much, Bimbo, for talking to us on this. We'll get more information in a subsequent bulletin from you.